Right, so you're playing over a backing track, you feel inspired, you're in the zone, everything goes well until something happens, whether it's a mental thing, a physical thing, everything falls flat. You're stuck. And whatever else you play, it sounds terrible. Even though you started very well, the end of the solo is not good at all. And unfortunately, people remember the end, the very last note you play. So we're gonna fix that today. Grab your instrument, very simple stuff. I'll meet you right after this. Hello, this is David from the Waddleman Guitar Artistry. Welcome to this channel, which is all about helping guitar players around the world develop their musical personality. Today, we're gonna fix that issue that we've all encountered. Very simple. Now we're gonna use a backing track today. Surprise, surprise. The backing track is an A Aeolian, which is a fancy word for A minor, A natural minor. A minor pentatonic scale is also going to work. So you can download this backing track in the charts for free. The link is below. Follow it, click on it, and sign up for free. You get access to the assets of this video and many other videos on the channel. Okay, so first of all, we need to ask ourselves, why does that problem happen? Well, it requires a change of camera here. I want your attention. Why? Well, it's a mental problem. It's often a mental problem. Typically, players are good at playing, but they're not really good at focusing, and we're sometimes self-conscious, which can be an issue. If you're performing on stage, then you see stuff in the audience that can be distracting. A lot of things can really isolate you from participating to the music. So I'm going to fix that by having some stable standing ground within your 3-4 minutes of performance that you need to do. Playing a solo, especially in an improvised setting, is kind of like crossing a river. And you dive in, those are the first few notes that you play, and typically when you get into the water, you don't really know the temperature, so you kind of test it out. You test the temperature by dipping your foot in a few notes, right? With the volume, it might be a little better, yeah. Right, dipping my toes in, I'm not really playing that right away, right? Okay, so that's usually not a problem. And then once you're comfortable, you start swimming. So the swimming part will be playing a few licks, a few musical lines, until you're comfortable. And then when you're comfortable, you can afford to play technical things. The problem here is that at some point you're going to be a little bit stuck because you already played that lick. You already dipped your water, so you can't really go back. So you need stones in the river to be crossed. Have you noticed that I like analogies? Those stones are really going to help you breathe and see what is ahead, where you came from, and you're going to feel a little bit better because you're on a solid foundation. Those are mini themes that we're going to add. The mini theme that you prepared before, or that you can kind of prepare on the spot as you're improvising, you're going to come back to them whenever you start feeling that, all right, I'm recognizing this anxiety that's coming. I need to stand on solid ground. So that's what I did in the intro. A theme like this, for example, simple, right? Simple theme. That's my stepping stone. So if I have to improvise, I'm starting with a stone. I'm standing on solid ground. Let's play it again. And then I'm going to swim to the next one. So swimming is oftentimes not an issue. You can navigate through the fretboard. Okay, I don't know what to do. Back to my stone. Now I know that this stone, even though it's the same lick, sounds a little different, right? That's good. It sounds different because it's played against different chords. Therefore, the notes you're playing, the intervals you're playing, sound like different intervals that they did at the beginning. However, the listener still remembers that original stone that was there, recognizes that what you're playing here is familiar, even if he doesn't know exactly why. That sense of familiarity is going to help you because the listener is going to be engaged with you, and you're breathing, you're looking ahead, and you're getting ready to play a little bit more technical. The point is, have a few rocks at hand that you can throw into your river. And these rocks are not necessarily licks because licks are oftentimes overheard. You might say that this is a rock. Come on, volume. Right? But that's a lick that's been heard so many times. So try to think in terms of themes instead. And the best way to develop a theme is by putting the guitar down and starting to sing. We've covered that many times on the channel, but it's so valuable and so true. So you got this as you're preparing, and you start singing. Okay. And so that one will be a new stepping stone. And then in between you can play other things. You can kind of swim to the next one. And so forth. Get the idea, right? Now it's time for you to grab that track, the charts, and just start developing. Think of that as you got to cross the river, and then you have strategically placed rocks. Now you might say, well, when I'm in a jam with other people, I don't have time to prep. That's where ear training is very important. And that's where doing the work prior to the gig, by putting yourself in a situation where you're hearing a backing track for the first time and you're trying to find these themes, put the guitar down, sing, replicate that. All of that, if done a little bit every day, eventually it'll be instant, even over a backing track that you've never heard before. So that's key. Just think of it as, again, just rocks on the river to help you cross. I'm done. Thank you for watching this video. Be on the lookout for a follow-up video where I'm gonna give you a few starting ideas to start a good melodic solo. A few stones. That's coming in just a few days. Thanks so much for watching this. Practice well, everyone. I'll see you next time.